During the debate, the topic of public college education came up. And as we know, candidates like Bernie Sanders want to make public colleges tuition free. But Pete Buttigieg is very worried about what this means for rich people. Because what if rich people take advantage of these types of programs? Take a look.
We're also right now, I think we're being offered a false choice. You either have to go all the way to the extreme or it's business as usual. Yes, we must deliver big ideas. And yes, taxes on wealthy individuals and on corporations are going to have to go up. We can also be smart about the promises we're making. Make sure they're promises that we can keep without the kind of taxation that economists tell us could hurt the economy. It's why, for example, I propose that we make college free for 80% of Americans, but it doesn't have to be free for the top. If you're in that top 10%, how about you pay your own tuition and we save those dollars for something else that we could spend them on that would make a big difference, whether it's infrastructure, childcare, housing, health. On issue after issue, we've got to break out of the Washington mindset that measures the bigness of an idea by how many trillions of dollars it adds to the budget, or the boldness of an idea by how many fellow Americans it can antagonize.
This is a topic that John feels fired up about. I do too, but I'm curious what you have to say.
Because it's such BS, and AOC had some great quotes about it. I've done videos breaking it down. It is such BS, and it's the same BS that Hillary was saying back in 2016. He says, I don't want the rich being able to go for free. And that makes it seem like, oh, he's against the rich, except he's not. And he's deceiving you along the way. Nobody thinks that Jeff Bezos is sending his kids to Central Missouri University. Nobody thinks that like, oh, Barron Trump is gonna go to Eastern Connecticut State University for free. Nobody actually thinks that. So why go through all of these like things to come up with a system where it's like it trails off and it starts instead of just making it for everyone?
Right.
Because his stated goal is to stop them from going for free. But his obvious necessary goal is we won't raise taxes as much if he can make it as cheap as possible. That's what it is.
So one of the reasons why programs like Social Security and Medicare are as popular as they are is because of how universal they are. They apply to everyone, and they should apply to everyone because everyone pays into the system. If wealthy people are paying their fair share in taxes and that money goes toward making these public colleges tuition free, understand it's not actually free. We pay into it through our taxes. The wealthy pay into it through their taxes. Look, if it were up to me, I would outlaw private school, period. Both on a grade school level and a college level. I know that that's a super controversial thing to propose, but look at what happened in Finland. Once you have everyone paying into the same system, you better believe the wealthy are gonna wanna make sure that those schools are excellent. And so look, if they're paying into the system, I think they should be able to take advantage of it. I think they should be able to send their kids to it. I think you're right, John, most won't do that. However, one other thing to keep in mind is, look, the wealthy pay for the roads, they pay for parks. Like, do we ban them from using those services? No.
Well, and as AOC pointed out, there are worse things than exposing the rich to other classes of people.
Right.
Like if Barron Trump had gone to UConn, maybe he'd grow up to be a good person. Maybe, well, anyway, I know I'm not bringing kids into this thing, fine. If Eric Trump had gone, he wouldn't be the hobgoblin that he is right now. There, he's an adult, I can say it. And it's always, what do they say is their goal and what is necessary to get there? So he says he wants the rich to not go, but the necessary goal is that you don't raise the taxes as much. They say they want income to trickle down, but they definitely are cutting the taxes on the wealthy. And what happens if it doesn't trickle down? Do the taxes automatically get jacked up? No, there's never any accountability for it. He says, I want you to have choice in healthcare, but along the way, he's definitely allowing the private health insurance companies to remain open. So there's always the arguments that sound good, but what is necessary for his plan to work? It always benefits the wealthy.
Let's not forget the other part of his argument. He didn't make it tonight, but he made it before. Again, Pete Buttigieg, when he said, hey, let's stop being so elitist. You know, there's a certain percentage of Americans in this country that don't even go to college, and we're totally overlooking them. Maybe they don't want to go to college. Maybe they are not good enough for college. Maybe they want to go and do some blue collar work that doesn't require a 4-year college. Hey, that's up to them. So,
and it's in the plans too, by the way.
Yeah, so just because, and it's downgrading the potential people may have to go to college. There's plenty of people in the country that think, I can't go to college, I'm not even gonna think about it or try, or not even think the benefit of doing so. But if you're gonna have, there's people that can come from those same communities, some may want to do blue collar work, just because you have the opportunity to go to college, not even for free, but as you point out, because we all pay in, does not mean that suddenly because you don't want to, that someone else that wants to shouldn't be able to. Why does that have to cross the line? We have plenty of choices. Hey, if my kitchen's on fire, I can grab my fire extinguisher and put it out myself. Or I can call the fire department and be like, can you put this off me because this is getting out of hand now. Make your own choice then. So we're talking about healthcare and choices. Make your choice whether or not you want to do what's offered to you. Just give us the option because this is America.
Yeah, I got great news for you guys. Buttigieg is in a lot of trouble. He has spent too much time in wine caves. And so he's talking the language of donors. That's why he's raised so much money, but it's not gonna appeal to the voters. So in that clip that you guys saw, he starts with the thing that annoys me the most when he does a standard line about, oh, we don't have to do a false choice. That's what like standard old school good politicians do. Like, oh, what do you want? You want this, I'll give you this. If you want that, I'll give you that. I'll hold up a mirror to what you want. Oh, it's a false choice, I'm right in the middle, everything's great. They used to work in the past, it doesn't work now. Right. And when you hear things like presenting a false choice, be careful, okay? But he goes on to say, we don't have to antagonize certain Americans, as if fighting for the average American is antagonizing the wealthy too much. And then he said, we don't have to go to extremes. That is stuff that donors love to hear. Don't go to the extremes, don't raise my taxes, that's really extreme, right? But the average Democratic voter this day and age, based on the polling, has no interest in that, okay? That talk of like, hey, let's not be too extreme in sticking up for the average American worker. They've had enough of that crap. So when I see answers like that, the donors love it, but I don't think the voters like that at all. I think he's in a world of trouble. And remember, the reason Social Security and Medicare are so popular is because everyone participates. When the rich don't participate, they destroy programs.
Yes.
They go, oh my God, Mike, I'm not using it. Forget, it's extreme, we can't have it. Bunch of freeloaders. Hey, I'm your donor, right? Destroy that program. That's why it's so important to be college free for all.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.